SoFi, the banking company slash or the tech company, whichever one you want to call it. Obviously, most will call it banking, but I'm not trying to get into an argument, a debate right now, whatever. Let's talk strictly what is happening here with SoFi. So if you're wondering why SoFi was up a week ago, yes, the quarterlies, all that movement, the market was doing well with AI stocks a little bit, and when AI stocks move, SoFi moves with them. So obviously, we're seeing SoFi really take a dramatic tumble right now. And one reason for that is because we are having this weird thing happen right now where we're having a lot of analysts come out and say, like, we think we overshot it. We think we put SoFi at a too high of a number to where we believe it's going to be traded. And SoFi is in this weird situation right now where it's making millions and millions of dollars, but it's not profitable. It's not where it has like, hey, we have a few $1,000,000 left over. We haven't hit that yet with SoFi. So this is where a lot of investors go like, I just don't know that I want to move on it yet. But I think there's a lot of people too where they're like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance here, and I'm just going to see what happens. I'm willing to take the risk here. We had an analyst come out here last week, and he shot down his original price target for SoFi, and he shot it all the way down to $6.50. So SoFi is reacting off this analyst news, and we've actually had a few analysts go back and forth here. There's articles all over the place right now where these like analysts are going back and forth and writing articles against each other. It's really interesting actually to see what is happening right now. This is kind of rare where you have analysts openly writing articles and arguing with one another to what they think SoFi is going to do. And it goes right into the argument too of, you know, is SoFi a tech company? Is it a banking company? You know, is it both? What is it? What is it going to be in 5 years? And this is just the real big debate right now with SoFi for this year. But I do think, and I'm going to be quite honest, I think SoFi is in a little bit of a rough place. I do think it's going to continue to fall apart here. I would not be surprised to see SoFi continue to move off this kind of bad rating and kind of move down into a 750 zone. We may even see that $6 zone. And I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind to see 650 right now on SoFi. And I strictly say that off a selfish reason of, I would love to buy SoFi at $6 because personally, I'm willing to take a risk on SoFi. I'm willing to say, hey, I want to put a few thousand in the SoFi at $6. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of rooting that SoFi does go down to $6. I'm fine paying $7 too because I'm going to play the long game on SoFi. But with what we're seeing with this trailing right now, and this is kind of, when we look at this chart, a yearly chart here, obviously, last year around May this time, SoFi was playing around $7. Back in January, February, this time last year, SoFi was around $5, then it went to $7, and then it went back to $5, then it went all the way to a high $4 for a split moment. But then SoFi started to get some news come back in. They were making some money. Things were looking up, and it went to $10. Do I see SoFi going to $4 to $5? I don't know that I see it going to $4 to $5, and I strictly don't think it'll go to $4 to $5 just because SoFi has become so popular in 2023. SoFi was really matching itself with Palantir last year. The two biggest stocks probably of 2023 were SoFi and Palantir, just really taking off, which is funny because SoFi is really not like Palantir 100%. And obviously, I can't go into the genesis of what SoFi is. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it for an hour. I think you can easily read what SoFi does and what they do. But two, SoFi is starting to take in more money with these student loan payments starting back up, So we're seeing SoFi getting the wheels working here again. They're getting bigger quarterlies come in, but they're still not, hugely making crazy amounts of money to where they have it left over like Palantir. So this is why we're seeing SoFi be a little bit on the struggle right now. So, friends, bullet points right now, I think SoFi might take a little more damage. Obviously, I don't, for everyone's sake, I would like to see SoFi just shoot up. But I think, too, there's a lot of people going like, yeah, you know what, we'll take this little bit of negative news right now and we'll use it to increase our position on SoFi. And maybe that's where a lot of people are right now, where they're going, you know what, we're going to let this one bleed off a little bit because we believe in SoFi. We know that this year is going to be pretty big for the market. And I'm going to sit here and watch it, and I'm going to probably put some major amounts of money into SoFi. So, friends, I think there's strategies going on right now with SoFi. I believe that people are excited about it, and I believe there's a lot of big investors just watching SoFi, and they're just waiting. They're just waiting to see if SoFi becomes actually pretty profitable here to where they can, you know, just walk in here, scoop up a few million shares, and we're going to start to read about these, you know, big companies, the investment firms come in here and buy up large amounts of shares, and that's really where things will get started. So, friends, I like SoFi. I am waiting to see what's going to happen here a little bit more, how much more damage it could possibly take, just because I'm greedy. If I can get it at $6, I'll get it at $6. And two, I would hate to buy it at $7 and it goes to, you know, lower where I could have snatched up more. But that's just me. Hey, friends, I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.